We're back.
What's your name?
Will McMorran.
Will McMorran. What's the date today?
The 18th of January 2023.
The 18th of January 2022. How old are you?
I'm 18 years old.
I'm 17 years old. How are you?
I'm good. I'm great, actually. I think I am most of the time.
I'm good. I mean, summer holidays right now, so that's great. I'm feeling very relaxed, but I'm feeling nervous and excited for uni.
I think I was probably a lot less excited then than I am now. I think now I'm genuinely excited. I think last year I was excited because I thought I had to be excited, but now I'm actually really keen to go back.
What's your favourite movie right now?
I haven't watched a movie in a while. Let me look. What's a movie I watched recently? Super Size Me. I love that documentary. It's really cool. I like the style that it's shot in, and I like the whole concept, but I think it's done really well. I'm a fan of that. Super Size Me.
Maybe Spider-Man Far From Home or Tick Tick Boom?
Yeah, I just watched those two, so that makes sense. Both are still great films.
What's your favourite song or album right now?
Song or album? Album, I guess Harry's House. I think I said Fine Line last year. I don't feel like I listen to albums as much as I did back then. I've gone back to what I used to do, which is just listen to songs that I like.
Favourite song would probably be Cherry by Harry Styles. Favourite album is Tickets to My Downfall by Machine Gun Kelly, I'd say.
Probably still my two favourite artists. So
if you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Canada, probably. Or maybe somewhere South America, because I've been learning Spanish, so Argentina. They just won the World Cup, so it'd be pretty exciting to go there.
Japan is a big one, because I've never been to Asia, as well as maybe Canada or Nigeria.
And I've never been to Asia, and I've never been to Africa. And those are the two countries that I think are the coolest or have, a lot of appeal for me right now.
What is your biggest goal right now?
I guess I'd have to say, just triathlon training, if that, kind of encompasses it all. I feel like that's the thing that I think about the most. I'm just obsessed with it at the moment. I guess as a more specific defined goal, completing an Olympic distance triathlon at the end of this year, hopefully under 2.5 hours. That's the goal I'm kind of working with at the moment, so I guess I'll say that.
Kind of transitioning to uni life well. I'm a month away from that, so...
I think that probably was the thing that was on my mind the most last year at this time.
How has the last year changed you?
I'm a lot more independent and I think more responsible. I think I'm more appreciative as well. I'd like to think I am at least.
I feel like I'm probably more open to stuff. I'm more open to new opportunities and things not necessarily going how I expect them to go.
I think that's true. I think, definitely in 2021, I think I kind of accepted things weren't always going to go how I wanted them to go, and I had to be okay with that.
What's the most important thing to you right now?
Just making sure that I enjoy what I do every day. I feel like there's always lots of reasons you could be doing something, but I think for me right now, the most important thing is enjoyment. And if I'm not enjoying it, then I shouldn't be doing it, whatever that is. I feel like I do. I feel like I really get great enjoyment out of every single day.
Capturing my memories, capturing how my life is right now, and figuring out cool ways to do that, which I'll then be able to look back on in the future and be able to remember everything that kind of went on during this time of my life.
Yeah, I think that's I think I put that very well.
What's your drive?
This is kind of a very similar question, I guess. I think last year I kind of said the same thing, and I think this year I'm kind of going to say the same thing as well. You're going to be driven by what is the most important thing to you. So my having enjoyment of every day, which is the most important thing to me, that kind of manifests itself into me being driven to train every day and to film it and to do other cool stuff that excites me, like stuff like doing the bungee jumping, which I'm doing in a few days. So yeah, I guess my drive is to make sure I'm doing stuff that makes me happy every day.
I guess that's kind of my drive as well. My drive is to be able to satisfy my future self when I'm looking back, to look back on good times that I captured well.
Yeah, I think I said that well as well.
If you had 1 year left to live, what would you do?
I think I said the same thing last year, and it's just travel, just experiencing stuff. And I feel like when you're traveling, you're going to have so many more unique experiences. So yeah, travel around the world.
I'd travel a lot, see a lot of the world, see some great sights and do fun things with people I enjoy spending time with.
I guess it's not really necessarily traveling then, it's just having experiences and unique experiences. But I think traveling is one of the coolest ways to do that.
What are your biggest insecurities right now?
Is it naive of me to say that I don't have any? Something that I've been thinking about recently, Dunning-Kruger effect, which is where 80% of the population thinks they're better than average, which is obviously impossible. And I do think I have a fear that I am quite susceptible to that, but I'm really trying to not be.
I won't be able to find that I won't be able to find a good group of close friends in uni like how I've got now from high school.
What that really boiled down to was I couldn't kind of imagine what uni would be like because I'd never done it before, so which is why I was kind of so worried about it, I guess, or just it was always on my mind because I didn't know what it was going to be like.
What do you want your life to look like a year from now?
Quite similar, I feel like, which I think is quite a good thing. I feel like I want to be doing the same stuff, just a bit better.
To have done like the things I said about in like my drive and my goals and stuff. I had a year where I've captured stuff very well, and I've made good memories as well, not focused too much on capturing the stuff that I then don't do anything. Actually go out, do stuff, create good memories and capture them. A year from now, I'd want to be in a position where I feel like I'm good at that.
I do not remember that answer and felt like I did exactly what I wanted to do. That's sick.
What's your biggest regret?
I definitely think this year I've tried, whenever I think of something as a regret, kind of try and reframe that, because the whole thing about looking back is you obviously can't do anything about it. So I think I've really tried this year to not see things as regrets, but just see them as, I guess, a learning experience. But I think I know what I said last year, and I think it's kind of the same but different. I think last year I talked about wanting to get into film and arts stuff earlier, whereas this year I wish I got into stuff earlier, but this time it's kind of endurance sports. But even then I'm like, I am where I'm at now, so may as well just go from there. So I think there's a better way to look at it.
So I didn't start doing stuff earlier. Like I didn't start performing in film at an earlier age. I wish I started doing like photo every day, diary entry every day, daily vlog, all that stuff. I wish I started it earlier and had more of my life captured. But
I can see where I come from with all of that, but I don't really want to think about that in a kind of regretful, looking back negatively kind of mindset, because there's just no point in it. 2023 will be a good year.